Let us talk about life after Corona. Self-sufficiency is the greatest of all wealth. It may seem difficult to imagine right now, but the coronavirus lockdown will come to an end. One day, when the numbers tell us that it is safe, we will leave our masks at home and return to the streets. We will work to revive the economy and reestablish our routines. But what will the world look like after the pandemic? While the future contains many uncertainties, there are a number of critical things that we can be certain of and will be wise to plan for right now. As the pandemic goes down, businesses open, and individuals come out of hibernation, our world will be forever changed. Time at home has allowed for self-reflection. New behaviors will be adopted by individuals and businesses alike. Relationships between neighbors, employees, and employers, and citizens and their governments will be transformed. Some bonds will be made stronger, but in other cases, particularly where frailties of system or lack of leadership have been exposed, anger and resentment will reign. Moving forward, a premium will be placed on self-sufficiency and self-reliance. And helping you to build and champion self-reliance is what I want to use the balance of this message to focus upon. Let us begin with the finger in the eye statement, an immutable truth. If self-reliance means a strong belief in your own ability to achieve success and happiness, then dependency is an absence of such belief. Until you learn to stand on your own 2 feet and take full responsibility for yourself, your results, and your future, you will struggle every remaining day of your life, and you will never fully know just how strong and capable you really are. Now, before I go much further, I want to be crystal clear on this point. Self-reliance is not to be looked at as anti-society nor anti-community. Instead, we must view and advocate for self-reliance as a starting point, as a means for being responsible, not as an exclusionary goal. Self-reliance is a virtue in need of serious cultivation, as it is all about freedom from the control or influence of outside parties. It is a simple concept that encourages each one of us to take full responsibility for our own needs: physical, emotional, spiritual, social, and economic. To put it more directly, it is an understanding that nobody owes you anything. If you choose to get angry at that statement, I ask you to ask yourself, why? Yet even though self-reliance is such a critical life skill, why on earth is society filled with so many wimpy, excuse-making, responsibility-dodging, entitlement-driven people looking for a handout? The answer, like many others, can be found both in government and in the home. Many programs throughout the world have been set up by well-meaning individuals and institutions to aid those who are in need. However, many of these programs are designed with the short-sighted objective of helping people as opposed to helping people help themselves. As a result, the beneficiaries of these handouts or helping hands more than often become dependent upon them. And rather than inspiring self-reliance, they often accomplish just the opposite. If I'm to quote Ralph Waldo Emerson, I quote, "You are constantly invited to be what you are." To bottom line this point, unnecessary dependence upon others is a false sense of security that only serves to make you weak and highly vulnerable. It is the ultimate act of self-betrayal, as your talents will never see the light of day. That is why our efforts must always be directed toward making able-bodied people self-reliant. On the other hand, parents have a sacred responsibility to look after the welfare of their children. As children grow older, they must become more responsible for their own welfare. Parents must teach them the basic principles of work, goal setting, money management, and self-reliance. Why? Because it's not what you do for your children, but what you have taught them to do for themselves that will make them successful human beings. The world needs strong men and strong women. Unfortunately, many parents are committing a crime by not teaching self-reliance. By shielding their children from challenges, failures, unpleasant tasks, and adversity, they're actually doing more harm than good.